Guys, this is Mama Made. Today I'm going to do a little vlog style type video. So tonight for dinner we're going to have a Grinch themed dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and make the Who pudding for dessert. So I'm going to make these little chocolate puddings here. We don't have any Christmas themed ramekins, so they're just going to use the purple ramekins. And then I'll do some little red and green M&Ms on top for dessert. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Okay, so I'm just going to pour the pudding in each little ramekin here. Yeah, we're going to eat this for dinner. All right. So now I'm just going to put these in the fridge to cool, and I will top them before we have dinner. Okay, so now I'm going to be mixing up the Who hash. So this is just the hash brown casserole. I don't measure anything. It's just frozen hash browns that I thaw. If I remember, I thawed them in the refrigerator, but I forgot, so I thawed them in the microwave for a couple minutes. And then it's some diced onions, a can of cream of chicken soup, shredded cheddar, and salt and pepper. So you just mix everything up, and I went ahead and just sprayed my baking dish. You put it in your baking dish. I'm just gonna put this in the refrigerator until I'm getting ready to make dinner. So about 30-45 minutes before we're ready for dinner, I'll just pop this in the oven. Just gonna go ahead and mix it up. So I actually made this Grinch themed dinner one time. I don't know if I got the idea off of Pinterest or what, but I made this before we ever even had kids. I think it was like our first or second year married, and my husband got a kick out of it. So I try to make this every year. Last year I actually forgot, but I try to make this every year. It's just a fun little tradition. You know, when the kids get a little older, we might do something else, but right now we just do a themed Grinch dinner. And yeah, it's pretty neat. So just gonna put this in here. I mean, you can even get all crazy about it and like decorate and things like that. And we might eventually when the kids get a little older, but right now we're just gonna do a themed dinner. Last year my daughter wasn't even eating real food, so this will actually be her first real dinner. And you can totally, you know, just do your own recipe. This is just what I do for hash brown casserole. Simple and easy, and it kind of goes with the theme for Who hash. So there's the casserole. It's ready. I'm just going to pop it in the fridge for when it's time to start getting dinner ready. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop this in the oven. I baked this at 350 for about 30 minutes or so, until it's kind of bubbly and the cheese is definitely totally melted. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just add some whipped cream to these little pudding ramekins. Now, I had this leftover Reese's whipped cream from a party, but you don't have to use this. This is just what I had on hand. And I do recommend only doing this about, probably like 5 minutes before you get ready to serve, because the whipped cream kind of starts losing its pretty shape. And then I just add the red and green M&Ms just to make it a little bit more festive. And another idea is if you want to go ahead and make like some kind of green Kool-Aid or dye something green for a green Grinch punch. I didn't do that this year, but that's just another idea if you want to do that. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and saute some onions in some butter. My husband likes onions on his sandwich. I'm just a plain Jane girl, but these are for my husband's sandwich. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and assemble the roast beast. We're going to have roast beef sandwiches. So I just took some deli rolls from Aldi and split them and kept the bottoms for the bottom of the pan, and I just topped them with the roast beef. And then I just took some shredded mozzarella and topped it, put that on the top, and then I'm going to just bake it in the oven for only about like 5 or 10 minutes. That'll melt the cheese and get everything all hot and yummy. So here's a peek at the food in the oven, and it's looking good. Okay, so here's the Who hash once it's out of the oven, and it's really yummy, and we also put ketchup on it just because that's the way we like to eat it. So you do whatever you want. Okay, so here's my husband's roast beast sandwich. He likes mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup on his. So, and onions. So this is what his sandwich looks like. I'm just plain, mine's just plain old ketchup. Okay, so here's the finished product. Nothing fancy, but it's just fun for our family to do. So we have the hoop pudding. And like I said, you want to do your whipped cream only like just a few minutes right before you're ready to serve, because you can see here it's starting to already, turn soupy. And then we got the roast beef sandwich and the hoo hash. So I hope this maybe gave you an idea of something fun to do with your family this year for Christmas, or maybe start planning it for next year. And I did look on Pinterest, and there's a ton of different ideas, so you can totally customize this. But I did just want to share what we do, what our little Grinch dinner looks like. And yep, so I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas Eve.